I know how much you guys love red velvet desserts, which is great because so do I. So this week I'm adding another sophisticated yet big and bold dessert to that list, which is red velvet lava cake. So let's get baking. Just 2 secrets to lava cake: having a great recipe, which I'm going to show you today, and then also knowing how to cook it to perfection when you have the right amount of lava and the right amount of cake. The technique of making the cake is actually the easiest part. You want to start out by melting your butter and white chocolate together. Once your mix is melted, set it aside to cool. Our next step is to whisk our eggs and our egg yolks nice and thick. Now I'm going to do mine in my stand mixer. You can also do it on a hand mixer, and I know you guys are good at whisking things by hand, so you can also try that too. I'm using room temperature eggs because they whip up so much better. I'm going to turn my machine on high and then we're going to whisk them up until they're nice and light and fluffy, and then I'm going to slowly add in my sugar. You slowly incorporate your sugar so your air bubbles don't collapse. You can see your egg starting to double in size and get noticeably thicker. Once you've added in your sugar, this is what your eggs should look like: beautiful and airy and light. And this is what gives your lava cake that kind of moussey texture once it's baked. This stage is really important. So to this mix, I'm going to add in the red food coloring to get that lovely color, some vanilla extract, and then I'm going to turn the machine on and slowly add in the chocolate mix. Make sure your chocolate mix is at room temperature before you add it in because you don't want it to cook your eggs. If you feel like your mix doesn't have enough red color, you can always add a little bit more. Once you reach your desired red color, turn off the machine and we're going to gently fold in the dry ingredients. This delicate little cake contains a small amount of flour, and it's what kind of binds it and makes it still a little bit moussey and then still gooey in the middle. Now sieve in your flour, cocoa powder, and cinnamon and gently fold it in. When folding in a delicate cake like this, I always use a metal spoon because it has a lovely thin edge and it glides through the mix and keeps all of the lovely air bubbles that you created intact. If you were to use a spatula, it has a much thicker edge and you'd be more inclined to damage your air bubbles. A lot of people don't know that red velvet cake is actually cocoa flavored cake. It's not red flavored cake. That's why you add in cocoa, a little bit of cinnamon, vanilla. All of these flavors add up to red velvet. And there you have it. It's that easy to make this batter. Now I'm going to set this aside while I prepare my dishes, but the great thing about this recipe is you can make it up to 4 days in advance and just keep it in your fridge. And then whenever you have friends coming over or you just want a lava cake, then take it out, let it get to room temperature and bake it off. And then you have an instant hot lava cake. Doesn't get much better than that. I'm going to bake my lava cakes in my little mugs. You can use ramekins or any other dishes that you have. Just make sure that they're oven safe. You want to go ahead and grease your mugs or your dishes really well because I'm actually going to turn out this little lava cake, not like the other one I did where I baked it in the mug. If you're worried about turning out your little lava cake, then don't be. Just serve it in the dish that you baked it in and it will still taste the exact same. The better you grease them, the easier it'll be to turn them out. For perfect portion control, I scoop 1 cup per dish. It seems to be the perfect amount of dessert. Not too little, not too big. Now just add in your lovely batter all the way to the top and then fill the rest of your mugs. You can make 6 in total. It's finally time to bake these guys off. I can't wait to taste them. Just a little tip, I know we make some lovely cakes in the microwave, but this wouldn't be one of them. Now bake your lava cakes at 375 degrees for 18 to 22 minutes. Your timing may vary. I just wanted to take this moment to tell you about a bonus video coming up tomorrow where I'm going to show you how to make the much requested marshmallow fondant. It is really easy to make from scratch, and I'm going to show you how to decorate a whole cake for a bridal shower, a wedding, or any kind of special occasion. So make sure you come back for that. Our timer's gone off, so let's check on our lava cakes. These lava cakes look perfect. Your cake should be firmer around the outside and then nice and soft in the middle, and that's where all that oozy, gooey lava will be. I'm going to let these rest for around 5 minutes and then I'm going to go ahead and turn them out. Everybody's oven temperature, timing and dishes are different, so just look for those telltale signs if they're cooked. And if you notice your lava cake is a little bit too soft in the middle, don't worry. Just pop it straight back in the oven, cook it for a little bit longer, and hopefully you'll end up with a perfect lava cake. To release the cake, run a butter knife all the way around. Take care not to pierce the cake. You want to keep it intact. When you know you've released it, then turn it straight out onto your serving dish. Oh my gosh, it looks perfect. I'm so glad it held its shape because I was a little bit worried. I'm going to dust this with some powdered sugar and top it off with some vanilla ice cream and shaved white chocolate. And of course, a sprig of mint to make a complete elegant dessert. This is what your lava cake will look like when it's perfectly cooked. The right amount of cake and the right amount of ooey gooey lava. This dessert is so impressive and it really speaks for itself. I really hope you get a chance to try it. I think this is my new favorite red velvet dessert. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. I'll see you back here on Monday for my breakfast series, and then of course on Thursday for another episode of Bigger Bolder Baking.